Federal Chair Powell has testified 2 days in a row, both in the House and in the Senate, on interest rates, on the market, and what he's going to do about it. This is Dawn Connors at MortgageOne, and today we're going to talk about what Fed Chair Powell discussed, what the results about it, what you can do about it for yourself, and 2 key websites that are going to be really useful to you in your house search. This is Dawn Connors at MortgageOne, providing you fantastic mortgage solutions. So let's get started. So when Fed Chair Powell met with the House and the Senate, he explained to us that due to supply chain issues, because of workers, because of material costs, and because of the onset of the pandemic, the federal government had lowered interest rates. By lowering the interest rates, it flooded the market with interested buyers, those interested in refinancing and buying homes. Well, now that we've seen the end of the pandemic, we're coming on to the war, Fed Chair Powell is having some problems, as well as the United States, with supplies. There is a lot of high demand and very low supply. So he cannot control how many starts there are to new construction, nor can he control the labor market. What he can control is interest rates, and what he's going to do about it, he said specifically, he is looking to cool off demand. Cool off demand. How does Fed Chair Powell cool off demand? He does it by increasing interest rates to the level that it cools off demand. So how much we are going to see an increase is unknown yet. It's going to be a case of him rising rates and watching the demand cool off, and where he finds that the supply and demand meet to a cooling off point, then he'll stop raising rates. So he just met with the Fed Reserve on March 15th and raised interest rates a 1/4 percentage point, the Fed funds rate. We haven't seen an increase in 3 years to the Fed funds rate. It's going to offset by causing interest rates to also rise, because they're going to cool off the purchasing of bonds as well. So, a lot said, right? What can you do about it? Well, we know interest rates are going to increase. So now is the time to buy your home. Now is the time. So a difference of a percentage point in interest rate changes buying power $40,000 to $90,000, depending on your sale price of your home and your loan amount. And today I told you that I would give you 2 websites that have been extremely helpful to me. The first one is consumerfinance.gov. It is a website that allows you to search for interest rates community by community, state by state. So it gives the average APR and average interest rate by community and by state. Consumerfinance.gov. The second website that I really enjoy is wellsfargo.com. Wellsfargo.com, and if you scroll to the middle, there's mortgage interest rates. You click on that and you can get a custom quote. I like Wells Fargo a lot because, number one, I feel that their website is not sneaky. They're honest in their rate quotes, and they're also transparent. And what I like about that is Wells Fargo is the #1 servicer in the United States for both conventional paper and government paper. So if they're the #1 servicer, that means that they're the largest lender in the nation. And if they can give an interest rate of 4.25% and someone else is telling you it's going to be 3.5%, there's probably something wrong with that company. I won't say company names, but there's probably something wrong with those companies that are lying to you and offering you internet rates of 3.25%, 2.99%, when Wells Fargo might be saying something higher. So those are 2 fabulous websites that I really enjoy and think that will be helpful to you along the home purchase process. If you are looking for a home and you haven't found a home, that means that your interest rate is floating, and so that means that your interest rate is not locked in yet. So once you have an offer accepted, what happens is we can lock your interest rate and it matches to the home that you're buying. So you as a borrower, and then the house that you're buying is tied in with a locked interest rate. If you haven't had that discussion with your loan officer, then your interest rate is not locked. It's important to have that discussion now while you're working through pre-approval, so that you know the timing of when to lock your interest rate and when you're able to. Some allow you to lock before you have a purchase agreement. Most want you to wait till after you have a purchase agreement and offer accepted, and sometimes through inspection, other times through appraisal. I think the wisest thing is to get your interest rate locked once you're through your inspection and are proceeding with the house, while you wait for the appraisal and title work and the other loan processes to come in. And typically a lock can be done for 30 to 45 days. sometimes as low as 15 days if you've waited to lock your interest rate. So, number one, in review, 2 websites, consumerfinance.gov and wellsfargo.com for interest rate checks. Number 2, look and find your home and find it as quickly as you can. Get your offer accepted. Number 3, get your interest rate locked. This is Dawn Connors at MortgageOne, providing you fantastic mortgage solutions. Thanks for watching. Please share out my video, and looking forward to seeing you subscribe to my channel. Thank you.